dungeon in Classic that I didn't know how to do, and that punished me so bad.
Which one was that?
It was Ubers. I had never done it with my family, so I never knew it.
Oh,
But every
I'm
other
about to say
dungeon,
you had us with you though, so like,
no, at the start of Classic when I was leveling up, because I did dungeon leveling.
oh, right, yeah,
So
that would have been a bit of a rude awakening.
yeah, especially because it's a weird layout.
Oh yeah, oh that's definitely a weird layout. I mean, because it's technically the same as Lubers. You just choose your route.
Yeah, both of them never done. I never done that with my family.
Lubers is a little more forgiving though. It's a lot of those
Yeah.
bosses are just kind of tank and spank. Ubers you actually gotta think about, with several bosses.
Once I did it once, it was fine,
Oops.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's like when I was taking you through Molten Core or whatever. I kept telling you. I'm sorry for the yawns. I'm sorry everybody for the yawns. I kept telling you
Are we boring you?
no, it's just I don't sleep
Okay.
normal. I kept telling you, listen to how the fight explanation because it's gonna be you one of these days.
Hmm.
I gotta remember how to
I
get
miss
the.
déjà vu.
What's that?
I miss déjà vu.
Oh yeah. Well, we might be reforming it come TBC launch. We had a lot of fun.
Hmm. Oh, Rex has to come back.
Who?
The enhancement shaman. I
Oh,
can't. I can't remember his name.
well, there was Kazi. He was one of them.
No, the other one. The one that freaked out over getting those bracers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I miss him.
Oh yeah. No, we had tons of fun.
Mhm.
All right. So what to do? I've already hit 70. Oh, you know what I should be doing is rep grinding because I have not put any attention or effort into rep grinding at all. Really, I'm friendly or honored with everybody, which is
I mean, it's the beta. Why bother with that stuff?
yeah, I know, but I expect people will want to do heroics even in the beta, and it would be
I
good to
guess.
get some heroics done. But on Tuesday, we'll be doing starting the raids. Like Tuesday is the Karazhan test raid. They've
Oh,
got yeah. Here, let me. I would say let me fly back to Shatrath, but I don't have my epic flying mount. I've just got my regular little dinky fly form,
yeah.
and I don't have enough money on me because I didn't bring over all my money to buy the epic mount. If I really wanted to be lazy, or stop being lazy, I guess maybe I would put all my money on one tune and then import him over here, and I'd just buy the stupid thing. But can't really be bothered to because again, it's a beta. Like everybody's all like, "Hey, can I possibly grab this piece of gear as something drops?" I'm like, "Man, it's a beta. Grab what you need. Grab what you
Yeah.
want. I don't care. I don't think anyone cares." Just noticed I still had some sellable thing here. Yeah, like some guy came in the other day on the stream asking like, "Hey, where's all your add-ons?" I'm like, "Bro, it's a beta. I'm not here to test the add-ons. I'm here to test to make sure the shit works.
Yeah.
Add-ons we'll worry about in the real game."
Oh, it'd be weird playing a DPS and arena. And right now I
That
play healer
I was
because
about to say that would be super weird. I imagine you would fall into the same kind of category I do, where it's DPS and healer. Like right
yeah.
now, our threes team that Caleb and I are thinking of would be Caleb as a shadow priest, Senna is wanting to go warlock, and then there's me as Resto Feral, my little fancy weird ass build. Ooh, yawn again. So
If you're going 3 DPS, the only one I can really think of would be like and get enough healing if you're wanting to heal it
no,
in.
that's just it. I'm a half resto, half feral, but I'll be in mostly resto gear. Caleb will be a shadow
Okay.
priest who's mostly in DPS gear, but the DPS gear is still damage and healing. So I mean, he can still
Yeah.
pop out of shadow and do heals, and he'll have vampiric embrace, and they'll both have psychic scream. One of them's called psychic scream. The other one's like something howl, terror howl, or something. But the point is,
Yeah.
both instant cast AOE fears and all kinds of, mind control, single target fears, death coil, and then I've got all the stuns, the charges, the cyclone, the, roots, la da da. We'll still have tons of CC as well. Anyone gets sheeped, Caleb can cleanse it, or they can't sheep me, quite frankly, and then, we've all got the trinkets to get out of something once. But then again, it's not like everybody doesn't have that. Caleb can cleanse diseases and magic, and I can get off curses and poisons. It's pretty... Warlock, Shadow Priest, and Druid was a scary, scary threes.
Yeah.
And Druid Warrior, or Druid Rogue, excuse me, was a very scary twos. Druid Warlock was a scary two. Druid anything was a scary twos.
Yeah. Druid Rogue. I mean, you do share DRs, but those are the two best classes for PvP.
Nope, hang on. Wifey wants me to mute for a second. She wants to tell me something.
I think that TBC better.
What was that?
Better than classic.
TBC better is better than classic.
All right, I'm back.
Beta. Yeah.
So here's what I was talking about. Whew. God, these yawns. We got these three big old crazy goofballs here, and this one. Hang on. What's up, honey?
What am I allowed to say?
Whatever. Just try to get something if you think you'll like it, and I'm hoping you're not thinking about getting some $300-400 whatever headset. Just
$300 or $400 now, but it's only $150.
try it. Whatever, sweetheart. Anyway, there's this flask guy. He's basically got all the flasks and consumables for raids, so you can just straight up buy them, even right now. Oh, and he repairs, too. And then come Tuesday, this guy'll teleport us into Karazhan. Wednesday, it'll be either mags or ghouls, I forget. And then Thursday, it'll be, the converse, either ghouls or mags. So we'll be doing some raiding.
I need to go.
I have just the thing for you.
You need to do what?
I need to go do garbage.
Oh, no worries. Real life comes first, brother.
Yeah.
Wave. So, what to do? Oops.
I'm playing Warcraft.
What's that deal?
You're playing although TBC.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I hope premium.
If you switch forms fast enough, it looks like you're trying to swim in the sky. It's all fun and games till you run out of mana. so many other people on the Tiger, I would always tell people the Tiger was the coolest mount. And I'm telling you, it's true.
Druid Tiger.
No, the Tiger mount from Alliance. I see gnomes and dwarves and all kinds of things running around on Tigers. And I'm like, I'm telling you, that was the best mount. And it is. The Tiger was the coolest looking mount out of all the ground mounts. Easy peasy.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, for playing Arena as a DPS, the one thing I couldn't quite get was how to get the kills.
It doesn't matter who got the kills. You all shared the ranking.
I know, you gotta get killed, but to get the kill together.
You just pop one Moonfire if you're a resto on them, just so you got the assist for that. Or you, you get a stun off. I mean, even though you're a resto, if you're in the arena, you're still going to be popping in a bear form and charging, and then, with the charge, you're probably going to bop them once with your fist as you're doing whatever, or you're getting a brutal, what's it called, the brutal impact or whatever, the bear stun on them, and you're going to bonk them once alongside that, or you're going to be in cat form at some point or another and get the,
Yeah, what I'm talking about is like the CC to get to the point of a kill, because I would, even in retail, I would be playing Feral, and I'd be healing and DPSing, and I just pop me in the cooldowns trying to get the CC, and that just always that was the part I sucked at, and that's why eventually I went to Resto.
Well, I think with I'm not 100% sure on this because I was always some kind of form of feral resto, but I think it didn't matter if you hit him or not. You still got like credit.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, like trying to.
You mean just like the physical aspect of you assisting your team in dealing the damage to make sure you're that much more contributing? Is that what you're talking about?
Winning the game, like, yeah, CC this person.
Oh yeah, no, it takes a lot of tab targeting, or you got to be real good with mouse over. Or you got to be ready to hit like an assist macro. Like if they say switch to my target or whatever, it helps to have a macro. I remember having one at one point that was like eventually was my F keys, I think, where someone's like my target, and F1 was switch to whoever the first guy in my party's target, and F2 was switch to the I only did 2s and 3s really. I didn't do much 5s.
There's arena targeting.
Is there?
So you can keep buying certain.
There, I was about to say
that.
That was another thing. You could set up a I forgot what it was called, but like a target to remember someone, like focus target. That's the one. You could that's the most important freaking button. God, I need to write that shit down because I definitely am gonna have to remember that when we go to the real.
There's a keybind for it in
Oh, good.
Wild 2. At least I think there is.
I just
You should
wrote
check
down
it.
focus target because I remember having that macro back then where you like grab their healer and you put focus target on, and then basically if you see them, not stunned at some point and start casting any kind of heal, you switch to focus target and charge, or switch to focus target and land a whatever, just
See, with focus
CC of some
target,
sort.
if you have a macro, you don't even need to target them. You can just press a certain modifier and press your charge, and it will charge them, even though you're still targeting the same person as before.
That's so nice.
Hey, I'm still a deja vu officer.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't been in the guild for at least a year.
I've been real lazy, if you can't tell, about adjusting any of that.
I mean, I don't think deja vu is still even going yet.
No, I'm pretty sure it actually fell apart. Not
Yeah.
terribly long after I did, but it's not, or terribly long after I stopped. But it's like the killing blow for a lot of them. What I hear was just shit that happened on the server shortly after I was gone. Apparently,
yeah.
apparently there was this big server transfer that allowed like a bunch of allies to come over, and then another server transfer, and like all the remaining little bit of horde that was left basically left.
Yeah,
And
basically
every
what
time I
happened
look at the
was-
population now, I see like 96% or 100% alliance. And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
So, for the entirety of, or for the beginning of Classic, it was exact 50-50, and it was amazing, that server. And then Alliance, because they were ganked on their other servers, were like, hey, let's go to this nice server where we're not getting ganked all the time because it's equal. So all the Alliance moved over to our server. And eventually, our server got really big, and there was a bunch of Alliance. So all the Horde guilds ended up moving off it, and that's what made that happen. They actually, Blizzard screwed that server so bad.
Oh, I know. I've heard that several times. Like, basically, the first kind of nail in the coffin, so to speak, was when I set the raid leaders for the group 1, when I set who they were. And that was Tuna Fish and, I think, or Tuna Safari and Carnella. And, I built each group to have fun and get the content done. And as I'm handing raid group 1 off to them, they're like, alright, cool. But I'll tell you what, can we maybe make this like a competitive parsing group? And I'm like, if that's what the group wants, whatever.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that was kind of a mistake. So I think I'll be a little bit more strict about like raid rules in TBC, where it's still all about having fun. If you want to be one of these crazy parsers or whatever, either you gotta chill and be able to have fun, or just no. Because then they started upsetting a lot of other people. And when they'd be like, well, now we're not having fun, or now you're making so-and-so get the gear, and the gear is pre-assigned, and la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and people start leaving the guild because their answer back was, if you don't like it, leave. And so they thought the whole guild had made that change, and so I had to talk with them a couple times, and after the third time I said, look, some stuff is going to have to change. I don't know if it was the third or fourth or second time. I don't know. The point is, one of the times I spoke with him, I said, guys, this is going to have to change. You're making a bunch of drama. I'm getting whispers every night. I don't deal in drama. That's kind of one of my big main mottos is we're here to have fun. I don't play this game for drama. And now I'm getting a bunch of it because of the way you're leading this thing. So then they apparently got the majority or a large bit of Group 1 and all just kind of mass exited, left the guild. Without any warning, just, all of a sudden, 20, 30 people just start leaving the guild all at once. So then that causes the mass exodus, bandwagon mentality that, oh my god, this guild's falling apart, so everybody needs to leave, and then people are just leaving because they think it's gone, the guild's dying. And then, after that, is when the whole server nonsense started happening, where apparently Blizzard just said, fuck this server. Not intentionally per se, but that's just kind of how it worked out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The reason why I left was a lot of people that I knew wasn't in the guild anymore. Like, I forget her name.
Well, I don't
the
blame
girl that
anybody
sang
for leaving.
the girl that sang all the time.
I don't remember who the. Oh no, I
Melly?
do.
Melly.
Yeah, Melly.
She wasn't in the guild anymore or something like that. There's this other girl that wasn't in the guild. There's
Oh,
just
you
a
trying
lot
to
of
follow
people.
all the girls?
Oh, that's not.
I will say, you know,
I think
we were the
Rex.
guild that had like a whole bunch of the guilds too. That was another our girls in our guild too. Like I'd forgotten.
wasn't
I'd even
specifically
forgotten that.
following them. They're just a bad example.
I just happened out that way. I get it. It's cool.
But yeah, a lot of people that I knew weren't playing anymore, so um, I also wanted to do bits more serious when it came to like knacks and stuff.
Mhm.
I wanted to clear that stuff, and we were having trouble in MC.
We ended up killing what's his face in MC like pretty much every time at the end there on group
Yeah.
2, and group 1 had no trouble at all for a while, but they were being nuts about it. Group 3, I think I even went off and started, and they were doing okay as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's just my mentality at the time. I saw people like again, this is a bad example. That one girl that was enhancement, and she wasn't like doing barely any damage. I mean, she was fun, but I just saw that, and I'm not gonna come here and be able to be next rate. I don't know what it's called. And at the time, that's what I wanted to do, which, now that I've been there, it's whatever.
I'm having a bit of a hard time hearing you. Give me one second. Let me turn the sound down on this. I'm tanking a Mana Tombs right now, and the sound is so loud. Like I'm hearing most of what you're saying, but I gotta turn the sound down some.
Yeah, I just didn't see us beating the next raid tier, and I wanted to kind of play
A little bit more
hardcore.
competitively. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And yeah, being there and done that, I would rather stay. I mean, the guild was kind of falling apart at that point anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, in the end, it was honestly my fault for choosing the raid leaders that I did, because I was just trying to make it easy for me and move on to the next one to help put that one together, but I gave them a little bit too much ad liberty, I feel like.
I tried doing a good job. I don't know if I did.
No, you did great. The most important key thing was that you were encouraging people to have fun and, you know, not ruining the time.
Fun was the most important thing, but me and one were trying to figure out how to keep the fun and be able to clear stuff at the same time. And you couldn't really figure that out.
Say that last bit again? You couldn't even figure what out?
Me and Warren couldn't really figure out how to keep it fun and keep.
Well, I think that's
stuff.
part of because you felt like the pressure.
Yeah. Well, me, Morn, and Rex were pretty much trying to do stuff all the time. Rex was really helpful with. It's been a while, so I can't even remember everything.
I feel you. Are you watching the stream right now?
Oh yeah, I probably should be.
Well, I was just gonna say this is kind of what I was referring to by changing tab targeting and making sure you're keeping thread on all of them.
Oh yeah, I know about the tab targeting. It's just, I mean, just a tab. Yeah, I guess it just takes some time. It says you're offline.
Say again?
It says you're offline.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's showing me having a couple viewers right now. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Oh, maybe I ought to ask. Are we doing a full clear?
You're still under WifieandHubster, right?
Yeah.
Jeremy spoke.
Yeah. Jeremy's there.
Softcore WoW porn. I gotta watch this.
Oh, are you seeing that from my channel?
Yeah.
That thing was great. That was one of my favorite videos. It was hilarious. Definitely watch that when you can.
Okay.
It was from an era time frame, but it was totally great.
Yeah. It's showing up, but I don't know what to do about that.
I guess just refresh and try again in a minute. Maybe it's. I mean, I don't freaking know. YouTube's such a pain in the ass.
Oh, you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not multi-streaming to Twitch right now. Right now, with my internet being questionable at best, I'm just doing YouTube. My Atlantic broadband's been hit or miss, more hit than miss, or more miss than hit recently. So, although it's been pretty good over the last few days. Isn't that right, Jeremy?
God. Okay, it's gonna be weird hearing both of you.
Oh, you can just mute the stream if you want.
Yeah.
Remember, bouncing increases your threat 85%. Here come the Void Blast. Oh, Zelt is already dead. Was that our healer, actually? No. Okay. He just killed himself. He obviously didn't know the mechanic of don't blast the freaking thing when he's shifted.
Oh yeah, no problem with rage.
Oh, back into the void again. Oh, he's out of the void. Okay. Now where is he at? You consented to this. Bow chicka bow wow. Oh yeah, spirit church.
I definitely missed that part.
Oh lordy, good times.
Oh, heal left.
Oh, that's alright. He's probably just focused on watching the stream. And then big ol' slash big ol' 1K crits with mangles. Feels good.
Yeah.
And this is just in greens and blues.
I need a add-on to show me the bleeds on every target. Keep up the mastery.
I was afraid that something like that would happen. See, as soon as I got into the fight, I got charged, and that obviously stunned me, which then ended up causing the problem. Hey, get back here, you. Causing the problem of everybody rushing in and doing a bunch of damage. While I'm sitting there stunned for 3 or 4 seconds. So then you have to do the, you saw me charge one, stun one, la-di-da. You gotta do the...
Yeah, you get that under control pretty well, considering.
Yeah,
I find whenever I use everything, I just can't keep up.
The big thing is that you have to do is bounce around like a tard. That's the key importance. It really messes with your rogues too, which is most of the fun. I'll watch. The warrior's gonna yell at me one of these times, like, "Hey, cut that shit out!" And I'm gonna be like, "No."
This is my threat.
Exactly. You don't want me to have threat? I'm sorry, did you want to tank? Oh man, that's actually not a horrible staff, but it doesn't beat mine. Oh, and here's where even as a oh wait, not yet. Let me do this fight first. This next fight will be kind of fun. You'll get to see me do something that most people consider really stupid for for a tank druid to do, but, you know, hey, you cut that shit out. No casting on my healer. Alright, now, here comes the fun part.
Interrupting?
Sort of.
Oh. Oh yeah, this. I remember doing this.
The goofy kind of stuff.
Yeah, in Ubers, when you finish up the ogres and there's all these scorpions around on the ground, I would do that. And I'm like, just load me up with heals. And we'll get this done real quick.
As long as you've got your, what's it called, Bart skin off a cooldown, I mean, it works out well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty damn good.
Like, I remember this guy having a fear or some shit. Probably should have pulled him back more than I did, but whatever. How are you gonna make your tank uncurse somebody? I mean, it's not working out too bad. Whichever one you realize they're gonna beat on first, you just be ready to taunt back, and that's about all there is to it. Make sure you got enough threat to keep the other ones. That, and like I said, the biggest key element that you gotta do is bounce around like you're super special all the time. If you don't do that, hey, if you don't do that, then you're obviously not doing it right. You failed the whole thing. No point in even pulling that one back. I'll let him tank the last 2 health points.
Yeah. And I'd also do that, just let him tank it after a while.
Yeah.
Some people were like, what the hell, why is this beating on me? I'm like, just kill it. The more you don't kill it, the more problem it makes.
Good old times. Oh, here's another cute little thing I forgot about up until just now. If you're ever having issues with threat, or rage rather, find your random rats or whatever else and just bonk them in bear form.
Oh yeah.
That'll help get you started.
Oh, I remember doing a dungeon with ZB, and he would hit my rats, and I would get so mad. This is like
if you really wanted to like,
all around.
yeah, if you really wanted it to be dumb looking and impressive, then when it came to the full damage, like the full run, you wanted to try to be impressive or whatever, and you're like a hunter or something like that, just aim shot every rat. At the end, you're like, hey, do the full run damage recount, and like your damage is like thousands and thousands above everybody else. What up, Dio? What up, Aaron? Oh, that's right. Shadow Hunter. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the fear. We almost got to have a good time there. About pulled 5 extras.
Oh wow, yeah.
That would have been, it would have made that pool interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. This is why I play with my trinket.
I will tell you something that I've noticed. When I'm jumping, notice the circle underneath them, how it switches from red to yellow to almost green? That's gotta be a bug.
Stop jumping for a second. Sorry, I know it's painful.
I was about to say that is a hard, a hard thing to not do for me. That spacebar is so wore out. But I will try. Okay, maybe it's not from jumping. But you see how they're the color is changing underneath? It should just stay red. They're aggressive mobs.
I mean,
Oop, hang on, I
it's
gotta.
not changing anything in combat.
I had to innervate our healer because he got mana burned.
Yeah. Oh, people are wanting to talk in Discord.
Oh, I can't get on. Oh, what channel am I in Discord? Are we in the?
You're not.
Oh
you're
wow!
not gonna
Hang on. Let's go to the. Oh, well, it's not locked for you. Let's go to streaming room 3. It's because you're in Deja Vu, so.
Oh, I see.
So it should work now.
I can get into the locked Deja Vu room.
Say again?
I can get into the locked Deja Vu room.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
Is there a reason you shouldn't? Tell me now. Try it now, Jeremy. Let me know how it works. Yeah, the changing colors underneath the targets is messing with me a little bit.
Does it change anything in combat?
Say again?
Does it change any of the combat?
The circles underneath them? Yeah, it's changing in the middle of combat.
No, is it changing the combat? Like, is there, are you noticing that they're like hitting you less or something, or you can't hit them, or?
No, it's not changing anything about the combat. It's just messing with me, is all.
I'll make you an add-on so it doesn't do that. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Hang on, let me turn the sound down
It
again.
stayed red and when you're jumping.
Sound. Now where the hell is sound? System. I'm an idiot. Okay. Alright. Feels like the sound's getting louder because at first I turned it down so I could hear you, and then I could hear you, and then maybe you're talking quieter, I don't know. Now you'll notice right there that I start bouncing away as he runs away from me because I was getting ready to charge him to immobilize him in place.
Yeah.
That's like always
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
be
I'd
your
always do that
second
when I was
nature.
charging.
Yeah, exactly. Second nature kind of thing.
Yeah, I never even thought about it when I was doing it. I remember dueling mages in Classic. I could just do that jump and they would stop casting immediately.
Mm-hmm. If they were smart, and then you psych them out because then you're still hitting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me let these guys know because at least one of these guys didn't know the mechanics of the last boss. You can outrange the earthquake stun.
I missed the I went to Theramore with I Sharded.
Yeah.
And we would,
How's he been? He
would
sent
just
me
go
messages earlier on, but then I don't know how to get in touch with him now. I don't think we're in the same Discords anymore. But he sent me messages. Huh?
He's on another one that I believe I saw him after I transferred.
Gotcha.
I don't have his Discord though.
Yeah, he was sending some messages saying how he missed it, but then he switched servers and like left Discord server as well, I think.
Oh.
So I hadn't been able to get back in touch with him.
Yeah.
Or his brother, for that matter.
We just killed everyone in Theramore, and anytime we got in trouble, we just go hide under the water. Because Warlock
Water
undying breath,
breathing,
and
yeah.
me with my... Oh, good times, man.
Oh, yeah. No, don't mana burn him. Oh, rip. That almost got him. Come back, you fools.
Where are they running off to?
Away from the tank. I gotta go over there and save their asses. It's fine. Part of my job. They took our gerbs. Man, this big guy fell in such a way that it almost looks like he can't even freaking get through that hall.
Yeah.
I wonder if these guys need to do the escort. BTS fans?
There's a point. What was it?
Oh, Jeremy was saying his daughter and his wife are BTS fans? What's BTS? Did I miss a part of the conversation? It's important. Lord knows it's me, so probably did.
Pretty sure that's like K-pop stuff or something.
My wife likes listening to K-pop, and I like it too, but I can't name any bands or any songs. I just think the musical rhythm and sound is good.
Yeah. There was one friend I had that was super into it.
Nothing wrong with that. It's good to be passionate about what you like.
Yeah.
K-pop boy bands, gotcha. So like Gangnam Style or whatever? Wee!
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, she was into the boy bands.
I mean, as soon as you said daughter, boy bands feels like that should be right there with it. Remember back in our day when it was NSYNC and what was the other ones? Freaking, I don't even know. NSYNC and something else. Boys to Men, that was one. There was another one though. Another one that was as big as NSYNC.
Are you saying that K-pop is bad, or are you saying that NSYNC is bad?
Neither. I mean, they sounded good. My dad actually.
No, Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy.
My dad loved their freaking Christmas albums, and I gotta admit, like, boy bands did great things when it came to harmonies. You got fourth part harmonies out of some of their songs. It sounded pretty wicked. Like, call it gay or whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But they had really good harmony when it came to like their Christmas albums and whatnot. All right. You can hawk gay meme meal. Oh my god. I cannot say that. So, like that, I cannot join you in that court. That's all you, fam. But I'm proud of you. Oh man. Good old times. I'm really looking forward to the real TBC launch. So I have not been doing like anything for rep, and like you said earlier, you know, what's the point? It's beta, and I'm kind of in that same mindset personally.
I wouldn't burn yourself out.
That's my
So
point.
don't
I'm
do it.
not. Like,
Yeah, don't do it to the point where you're gonna get burnt out when you actually have to do it. But if you're gonna do it to try and test something, then and you're not gonna burn yourself doing it, then go ahead.
yeah. Got to have a little bit of fun with that pool. Those gouches are aggro dumps too. All druids should have the ability. Ooh, starts with that stun.
Have fun chasing.
No, I managed to keep control of it this time.
Okay.
He says as one runs off.
Did you know that I actually tanked, oh, what's his face? The second boss in the second raid. Why am I
The
blanking on
dragon
names
guy?
so much? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he is so hard too.
I tanked him, and I did it well.
Nice job. I remember him hitting like a freaking Mack truck.
Yeah, I basically used all 3 charges of my pummeler, or something like that.
Yeah, no, he was nasty. He was definitely a spot on gear test or gear check,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh, I miss that guild too. That guild was fun. I've been in so many guilds since I left that one.
Oh, I see. So we weren't your favorite, huh? Don't lie to me.
Just because I missed them doesn't mean
I tease. No,
I still love you.
it's
Don't worry.
it's important to have fun no matter what's going on. Because if all your fun relied on being in deja vu, then once that thing fell apart, then it would have sucked balls. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, for the classic experience or otherwise.
I really wish I kept tanking. I got it.
In classic, that would have been really hard to do.
There's a few guilds that got me to, there's a guild that convinced me to do resto, and I really shouldn't have let them convince me to do it.
Nah, if it wasn't your passion, then you shouldn't have. But, I mean, it is what it is.
It's such a boring rotation, and I get angry all the time because everyone would be stealing my heals.
I was about to say, it does get a little better starting in TBC because every individual hot, like, you know, every druid can put on rejuve and they'll all stay. Hots didn't take over one another.
Yeah.
Which is kind of huge. It made that alone empowered druids just so much.
In dungeon healing, it was too easy, and then in raid I just couldn't heal anything. I was like at bottom healing because I couldn't heal anyone, and I ended up putting rejuves on heads all the time. On one of the guilds, I was healing the what's it called, the pets, and the guy looks at details and is like, why did this guy do so much healing this time? And I was healing all the pets.
Yeah.
It was the only way I could keep up. I mean, the hunters liked me.
I bet. Hunter's pets actually gained a little bit from TBC as well, because they got a whole lot of different damage reductions and AoE damage reduction cut in half and stuff.
Yeah.
I have longed for a good adventure.
I think, going off of what the YouTube comment, I think TBC is better for more hardcore you are. How hardcore you want to play.
It was definitely far more balanced.
Yeah. And classic is just good for messing around, having fun, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen TBC yet. I haven't actually fully played it, but that's my opinion on it right now.
And there it is, easy peasy. Oh, that's right, they wanted to do the escort.
There's I was going around with Sitar, and we would do
Zatar was a badass
TV.
rogue, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
He
really
was one
good.
of the few rogues that could take me down, and we had like a 50-50 matchup. He was
one
badass.
of the rogues that I couldn't beat. He found, since I dueled him so much, he found a way to beat me, and since then I couldn't beat him.
No, he's good at that. That's my point. He's a damn good player.
Yeah.
He and I went round and round. Like he'd try to do that, and then I'd adjust my strategy, and we had a good like 50-50 rating. If I started in bear form, he didn't have near as much of a chance. But anytime I was in cat form, oh my god, it was whoever got the jump on whoever.
Yeah, I was playing Resto, so I just had to get away and Moonfire and insect swarm spam, but he always got me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we did World PvP all the time. There's actually one video that I should get you to watch, where me and him just went against like 6 different people at once. And it's just me and him, and we beat them.
Oh, that's wicked. See, that's an empowering feeling right there.
Yeah. I gotta show you that video. That video was amazing.
I'd like to see it.
I'll send you the link.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you'd be able to watch it on stream.
No, I'll have to check it out after, but I still want to see it. So definitely send it to me.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd like to sit there and watch it together, and we'll talk about it, because that's Caleb and I do that kind of shit all the time. When he comes up with videos, we just start at 0, watch it together, and chat about what's going on. It's usually pretty fun.
What? I was wanting to do choose with him because we were doing all this world PvP, but then all of a sudden he just like, nope, I'm switching to Night Elf and going to Faralina. I'm like, oh, okay.
Maybe he's a streamer? Because Faralina was the... oh, okay, got it. Faralina was the... kind of the streamer.
I know, but he
remember?
already had his... He already had his orc, but he just went and...
Well, I remember something about Night Elves being able to stealth better than other classes. Maybe he liked that well. Because they had like
Their
+1
is
stealth
terrible.
level due to shadow meld or whatever. And any non-stealth
but-
classes could still stealth in place.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and keep my rage up, bonk a couple of spiders. This is convenience when it comes to the escort quest. I gotta sit here and wait on them and all that jazz. I don't want to lose all my rage. So I'll bonk some spiders. And whatever this is, another spider. I think the next fight starts over here. If I remember this escort well enough. Pulling cheesy tactics just to keep my rage up high. Enrage, put me in combat mode for a second, pulls it back up to near 100. I'll probably be at about 50 rage when this fight starts. Maybe 60. Better than 0. Ah,
Yeah.
72. A lot better than 0. Oh, I didn't notice that one. Alright, let's go over and get the next fight.
Right now I'm watching the video and I can't stop laughing. Alright. These guys were so trash.
Well, more than that, it's the fact that you guys had synergy and coordination, too.
Yeah, and we're not even on call.
See, that's kind of that's where the synergy comes in.
Yeah.
Ooh, rip. Apparently our healer was out of commission for a moment. As it's so quiet. Those guys are all just following the NPC, waiting for him to do his thing.
Yeah. I'll come back to your video. I gotta wait. I can't spoil myself. So how long are you streaming for?
Oh, I don't know. Tonight I'm pretty tired because of yesterday's birthday party that
Yeah.
my wife and I threw for our son. But I'm planning on just, stream until it feels right, I guess. It ain't gonna be a super long one like it usually is. Because I am late tired.
You got clear casting proc off that rat.
Yes!
Like,
That's another reason to do it. Imagine in a dungeon when
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, let's start the shit. I remember what I used to do when I got clear casting on shit like that is I'd be like, fuck that 10 rage, man. Pop out, start with a regrowth in the next fight.
Yeah, fair enough.
Regrowth is a crazy expensive spell, but if you're in heroics, man, that little bit of extra healing ticks might make all the difference, especially if you're in your mix spec where your 50% of your agility goes into your healing. That's huge because the agility, like my agility right now, I'm not even heroic geared yet, and my agility is, let's see, base stats, freaking 330. That's an extra plus 165, my bad. To plus all my healing spells, that's huge.
Yeah. I never really did the regrowth rejuvenation pull, because I would always need to keep my rage stacked.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if you're in heroics though, after you're like one hit, your boom or your rage is fine.
yeah, fair enough. If I didn't have any rage, I would Starfire, Moonfire, the guy. That always helped me keep threat when I didn't have much rage stacked up. Just walks right past it.
Yeah, he has to sit here and monologue for a minute before we actually even start the fight.
Rip your rage.
Exactly.
Duel me real quick. Oh my god, I remember PvPing in Blackrock Mountain, and I was dueling a guy because we were waiting for people to come, and people went right past us and jumped down, and we both jumped down. I bear charged in mid-air, stopping us both from taking fall damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And there's one other time in Arathi Basin, at the top at Lumber Mill, priests mind controlling everyone down. I kept rooting them.
Nice.
I'd cast root on them so that they couldn't jump off, and then, yeah. I single-handedly saved my entire team.
Sweet. Shattered Halls. Wait, is this her?
What you doing now?
Shattered Halls, and I haven't done it in over 15 years.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's going to be important for PvP-wise to get the faster bird.
Oh yeah, well, shoot. Chasing people down with the faster bird, like you were faster inherently than everyone else as a druid because you had no wind-up time. You could jump off a cliff and like starfire someone. They try to follow you off. It's like, whatever, fine. Wait about 4 seconds into the fall, you pop into bird form. Watch them fall to their death. Or if they're levitating...
You don't need to be fast.
No, it's still if they have an epic mount, and if you're on any of these progressive servers, you can pretty much bet everybody and their brother is going to have an epic mount. Then it's going to be important to have the epic form, just because that's your only edge on them. That's your speed advantage over them is the no cast time.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're in the air, no one's gonna catch you, or you're not gonna catch them.
That's
because
just
if they
it.
want, they're
That's
just gonna
just
stay in
it.
the
If
air.
you're not in the air, well, first off, if you're in the air, you can still kill them. You start in bird form. I mean, epic, I guess, doesn't matter, but it does kind of matter if you're trying to chase someone down and kill them. If there's someone's flying away
Moonfire
from
and that's wrath.
that, no, not even in S-Wrath, just Moonfire. And if they don't have an epic mount, or if you've got the trinkets or whatever, then you can still instant cast, and then you just start following them again, catch up to them, boom, another Moonfire, because their natural regen isn't gonna replace that. And if they ever come off their mount to heal, then you got them. They have to sit there and do a cast time to get back on their mount. You bonk on them, and if you have to run, then you either cat dash, or cheetah, or cyclone, or get away basically, and then a few seconds later you're instant cast into flight form and gone.
Yeah,
It's huge.
I guess.
Like it's
Druids,
massive.
200 and a shaman. I'm guessing the shaman's healing.
I'm glad it's very stable. I would think the druids. One of them, anyway. I think, would be the healer in this case. But I don't know.
Are you tanking it?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Have fun.
I haven't done it in so long, so I'm a little nervous. But it's not a heroic version, so, I mean, most of my memories from all these dungeons are heroic. So I'm, like, ready for them to be really hard, and they're not. Which, I guess is good.
Yeah.
Like, I remember how terrifying some of the heroics were. Like, even in massive bear form, something would overpower and blow you for like 12 freaking thousand health, and it was stressful. Some of them, like Underbog, for example, that one was really tough. That big guy who puts the mushrooms on the ground, I remember him whomping the shit out of you every time he hit. Like, it was a big ass whomp, and you had to stay away from the mushrooms.
Druid's got to be one of the best healers for that, because of the
Instant cast
the
hots.
spirit.
Wait.
The hots and the spirits increasing the healing.
Yeah, true. And if they go partially into... Well, I don't know if they'd be able to go far enough into Feral for the agility thing. Plus, not too many of the healing things. Like, if you go with the arena set, I think that has agility on it, but...
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing mythics, you're going to have PvP or PvE healing gear.
Mythics? You mean heroics?
Or heroics used to at retail.
I was about to say, in retail, that was the one thing I really enjoyed about retail, actually, were the mythics, because that was the one thing that reminded me of the difficulty level. And I will say this, when I got to, like, Mythic 20+, I'll admit that the mythics were probably harder than any of the heroics that were back in TBC, just because they have all kinds of additional things, like they randomly switch targets, or, have extra health and other stuff. I don't remember. They got fancy little extra doodads on them that the heroics didn't get. Now, all the heroics did was basically beef up all the mobs and add a couple extra mechanics to some of them. Like, some of them would like, their gouch or whatever wouldn't just stun you, or their cheap shot wouldn't just stun you. It would be a full aggro dump. And on some of the bosses, they had slightly different mechanics, or they had ads that came in where they didn't normally have ads come in the, normal dungeon or whatever else. But it wasn't like literal everything changed, like in Mythics, So I will say, that is one aspect of retail I really enjoyed, was the Mythics. I'm really glad the stream's stable, by the way, Jeremy. Like, I will give it, Atlantic Broadband last few days has been super solid. So maybe I can start multi-streaming again soon. I don't know. I'm not going to really push it, though, because, I don't know, I just don't feel like pushing the envelope. I have to fight with those guys for like a month to get them to fix anything.
Do you have Shadowlands?
I think so. I've never logged into it, I can guarantee you that. The last one I logged into was Legion, I think.
Oh, wow. The Shadowlands was actually pretty decent at the start. The PvP was amazing.
I heard that, I heard that, but I also heard it was designed to re-emulate the classic experience. They number crunched back down to 60. They made mobs and whatnot allegedly harder. They attempted a rebalance on most of the classes. So.
Oh, the mobs aren't hard.
Okay, well then they failed at that one, but that's one of the things I heard.
The PvP is it was a lot more bursty, from what I heard. I didn't play BFA, but it's a lot more bursty, and I was actually able to one-shot as a healer.
Wow.
There's this one ability
One
called
shot
Convoke
what?
the Spirits, and what anything really.
Oh my gosh.
Convoke the Spirits. It's 16 druid spells in 4 seconds.
What?
And
Can't tell me that doesn't
it's
sound a
2-minute
little
cooldown,
OP.
but it would be based off of what form you're in. So in cat form, it would cast a bunch of ferocious bites, which hit pretty hard.
Wow.
And,
Ferocious bites. That's a finisher too. Or
yeah.
at least it is in the early.
And I'd play with Heart of the Wild, which increases my feral damage by 30%. So I would stun them, or pop Heart of the Wild, stun them, and one-shot them, while their healer is just like off doing something or whatever. There's a few times I got 1v1 or 2v1s off doing that. And yes, healers can actually kill mages in that 1v1. It's crazy. I love it. 1v1ing mages is so scary yet so fun.
Well, they're both bursty as mother. Sounds like.
Druid, other than Convoke, is basically based off of dots. So right now I'm playing Necrolord, which gives me insects, or not insects from insects from, I don't know, something. That increases my dot damage by 20%. And again, I play Heart, which increases my feral bleed by 30%, and I have another thing that increases my feral bleed by 30%. So when there's like 50% dampening, I'll go to the healer, re-stealth, and pop all my stuff and do the dots on them, and my DPS will still be on their DPS, and both of them just start dying, and we get a whole bunch of pressure from that. Because you just can't heal both of us.
Now notice, I don't know if you're still watching the stream, but did you see the way I was holding my camera angle? This is going to be, if you're tanking TBC, most commonly your camera angle is going to look something like this. So you can tab target and not accidentally hit all the other targets. If you really want to impress your groups, when they get down to about a third, then you charge straight to the next one, knowing that you got enough threat to keep that one on.
Yeah, I did that a lot in Classic, and once they start drinking, I move on, and people are like, "Wait for me to drink, goddammit!" I'm like, "Just
You'll
drink.
have mana, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Chill your tits."
It's funny when I'm the tank and I know how to heal better than the healer.
Sort of a good thing. If you know the class. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is bringing back so many memories. I feel like there's something sneaky in this room.
I don't think I've ever done this dungeon, so I can't help you. There's like, I did the leveling dungeons in this area. I can't remember Hellfire Citadel. And then I did one dungeon in Zangar Marsh, and I believe that's all I remember. Dungeons. Oh wait, no, I think I did the dungeon you just did or something like that.
The Manitombs one?
Something like that. I didn't play a lot of TBC. And a lot of RAS stuff I didn't play either. On our family private server, we basically just kept re-leveling stuff. Never really did anything about 60s.
Oh shit.
Oh, there's only one thing?
Nope.
I'm behind. I'm behind. Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, shit just got real. Stop raining fire on me. Thank you. Those aren't some bad britches, but I don't need them.
It's always fun when the stuff that, while you're trying to get stuff that's running onto other people, the stuff that you already had goes onto the DPS.
Yeah, then you look like a dumb tank running back and forth and whatnot. But, I mean, that's part of it.
There's almost nothing you can do at that point except AoE taunt.
No, you know, charge one, stun the other one. Wait for your growl to come off cooldown if you know your healer's good and they've got a good chunk of health, or they're a half tanky class like a shaman or a hunter or a warrior. Like right now, my taunt's off cooldown. I'm not worried about trying to save this guy.
Whenever I had no rage or no aggro, I always found it hard. If I didn't have aggro from the beginning.
Yeah. What? That guy just shot me through the wall! What a cheap little shit! Alright. Hunter's got that guy, and he's tanky enough that I ain't got to stress over.
You were sticking out a little bit.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ooh, I will save him.
People testing out Arena and the fact that you can
I haven't not.
shoot or hit each other?
Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't seen it done because I haven't gone into the arena yet. I want
if
to,
they mess that up,
but
being able to hit through pillars, if they mess that up,
warriors are gonna be OP. Tauren warriors.
I cannot play.
Well, I'm a little worried that they're gonna allow some kind of add-on. I'm a little concerned they're gonna allow an add-on so that we can see like someone casting their pre-arena buffs or whatever. Because what was way more important than resilience was resist gear. That was kind of OP.
Oh.
Yeah. So like if you saw the shadow word protection, you know that their healer's gonna be a priest. If you saw someone dropping the soul well, then you know you got a warlock over there. If you got a priest and a warlock on the other side, immediately put on your shadow gear, because what is both of their fears considered? Shadow. So there's your resistance on their fears. That's all the resistance on the warlock's damage, pretty much, unless he happens to be a destro lock, which is right. And then that's also, like I said, your resistance to the fear, and it's also resistance to the AoE, or not AoE, the dot damage on the priest if he decides to do that. So, I mean, that's...
the add-ons that I've seen that identify what's spec in that, it always happens after the gates open.
Ah.
But yeah, if they allow one that...
Well, I know at one point they were also contemplating not allowing gear swapping after the gates are open too.
Yeah, but Resto needs that. Or Feral Druid needs that.
No, not necessarily.
You always swap to your healing base when you heal and stuff.
Well, that's weapons though, so that's different.
Yeah.
You don't really have like tons of weapons. You can always swap weapons. I'm talking about like swapping, even if you're out of combat, swapping your gear like to a resistance set.
Oh. Yeah, that I can see.
Because resistance was way more OP than resilience when it came to PvP.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot how fun this dungeon is. But I've definitely forgot this dungeon too. Let me go bonk a beetle here. Alright. That looks like a hell of a pool. Oh, that is a hell of a pool.
I'd probably be pre-barkskin that one.
You be whatting? Oh, pre-barkskin?
Pre-barkskin that.
Nah, some of them aren't elites. It's just you gotta make sure you keep your group safe. Like, I started the charge on one real early, to get an interrupt off, and then I had to stun one that was rain of firing, and is now rain of firing again because he's little shit. Oh, better go save the back line.
This is always fun when you're trying to run around the entire time.
Well, that's part of it. Running interference, like your utility is your most important aspect of tanking.
Yeah.
I need the rep, so I'm gonna pull these guys. No, don't mind blast me, you little shit. That's right, get over here. Try that shit again, I dare ya. Beep. I'm not even gonna taunt him. Oh, this one of the hunters just accidentally pulled the other two. Oh, never mind, that wasn't accidental, he misdirected. I forgot, that's such a cool skill.
Yeah. Rogues have that in retail now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, trick to the trade. For 4 seconds you pop off and all that threat goes to the tank.
Interesting. I guess that's another technical way they can lower their threat. So, I mean, whatever.
Not that retail tanks need threat.
What the hell? Why is this dungeon or this door locked? Oh wait, that was a normal thing. We had to go down here. Oh yeah, the little bitty slimes. Oh, I don't remember anything about this other than there's a big one somewhere in here. I think slimes just keep coming too. I vaguely recall something like that. Yeah, see, another little slime incoming. Little slimes are just gonna keep coming. Oh shit. I pulled a big miss.
Uh-oh. I haven't seen it yet, don't spoil it.
Two groups of 5.
And kite?
Nah, I got it. I did have to use my little 10-minute cooldown there, but whatever. Oh my god, what is this? The sticky... Okay, it just lowers movement speed. I was afraid that was the acid one that lowered armor. I was about to say, if this shit keeps stacking, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw all these guys. I'm gonna just start focusing on keeping the elites. These guys are burning down the non-elites fast enough that I don't even have to worry about them.
I just keep up swiping. And not even that, because that's not gonna be necessary.
There's a dead body up against that other drain. That's cool. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Fat bear!
Beg for your pitiful life. Your pain amuses me. One pitiful wretch down. Go on, take another one.
Oh, did I tell you about, I know you helped me set up my stream, but did I tell you what happened during that stream?
No.
Basically, I used Zatar's Discord to tell them about my stream with his permission. And he just ended up not streaming that day to let me do it,
Yeah.
which was really nice. I didn't expect him to do that, but people were still expecting him to stream, and they just called my stream the Zatar waiting room. Oh, I had fun that stream, even though it was a little awkward trying to talk to myself.
You got a monologue. It's definitely a thing, and it's a little weird, but something you just gotta get used to, being able to just monologue. Oop, let me get out of that.
I got some solo PvP down in Fellwood, and I got a few 2v1s in there. I also lost a few of them, and they kept making fun of me for that, but I came back and killed them.
I call dibs on the throne.
Okay. Anytime we were fighting Neff,
Fighting
I
who?
always steal Neff, Nefarian,
Ah, yeah.
and we waved, and I'd always steal his chair. And the funny thing is, instead of sitting in his chair, if there's someone sitting there already, he'll just stand in front. So you just steal his chair from him.
Nice. I ate all of your snacks. What are you gonna do about it, Dio? Oh shit, this is the one we gotta fight like your way through the halls with the arrows and shit? Oh my gosh. Well, I thought there were. I remember, like, you having to fight your way down this hallway, and I thought they were shooting at you.
You did say ready, aim, fire.
I could have swore they would shoot at you, like they were shooting fire arrows and shit too. Maybe not.
It's broken. You don't know that for sure. That sounded cool, having fire arrows going through.
I remember. Maybe that was only on Hero. Oh no, there they come. They're coming. It's because we ran down the hall so damn fast. That he didn't get much of a chance. In Heroic, I remember that being kind of a big deal.
There it is, Looking Roche. I can't remember what that one means.
Hell if I remember. Let me go ahead and stack up some free rage here. There. Oh my god, clear casting. Oh wait, this is the one with the battle pits on either side. Oh, where did we get this extra group from? Excuse me.
There is one point, I was talking with Sitar, and he was kind of wondering why I was always following him during his streams, and I'm like, because this is the only fun PvP I have now. And like we're talking about PvP and that, and I was like, there's nothing fun to do in PvP. Like battlegrounds aren't fun.
No,
as much
battlegrounds
as,
are
World
just
PvP was.
spammy. World PvP was pretty fun because it's organic, right? It's spontaneous PvP, and that's the fun of it. But then, like, Arena is about the only organized PvP, I feel like, that got the blood flowing, you know? Because most organized PvP is just, like, you know, Zerg versus Zerg or Battlegrounds, or it's just very spammy content. Whereas Arena was very talent-based, very skill-based, and it was a lot more competitive, I felt like, than the just Zerg fest.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I was just talking about it. There's like nothing fun in PvP to do towards the end of Classic, and that's why I haven't played in a while. We're talking about why I switched to retail. Yeah, I was just saying that there's nothing fun to do in Classic. Although I always PvE'd to PvE or PvP, and the PvP wasn't fun, so like, unfortunate, but I had a lot of fun with Satar though. There's one point where he was trying to do the biggest ambush, and he would always try and get the Berserker buff to do it, and he was bad mouthing me, so I go up to the HUD and I steal it in front of him.
Nice. Yoink.
Oh yeah, and same time or same stream, he was gonna do it on a snake, and he uses a trinket that after a few seconds it ramps up the amount of attack power it gives. So right as it was gonna get to the last stack, I fired it.
Nice.
And someone else clipped it, and they called it starboard one shot. I had a lot of fun.
And see, that's the most important thing with the entire Classic project, is just to be having fun. Like, a lot of people forget that. That's what it's all for.
The most fun I had was when I was making my own fun. Like, messing around with people.
Yeah.
Like, hanging out with people. That's what the entire game should be about.
It was a social game back in the day.
I remember I was with Zeevee and Misty, I think her name was. And,
Mystique, you mean?
the guy from... Yeah, Mystique. And another guy from Zeevee's friend group. And, we were running through, what's it called? Stratholme. That was a fun night. I missed that stuff. Damn it.
I'm about to say, wasn't I there for that one?
Played...
I vaguely remember us
you
all
weren't.
messing with Mystique. Okay, maybe it was a different one then. But I remember Zeevee and me messing with Mystique and having fun in one of these runs. And it was just, we would bullshit the whole time and just cut up and laugh while we're doing the content.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole point.
Yeah. I actually out DPS'd Zeevee on the Baron fight
Nice.
as Cat, and he's
Sure,
like a
you gave
full
him hell for
DPS
that.
Warlock. I was talking about druid damage, and Mystique was like, "I bet you that Zeevee can out damage you." I'm like, 50 gold. whoever wins, or if I win, you give me 50 gold. If he wins, then I'll give you 50 gold. And I won that.
Owie, I just died.
Of course, I knew that the AoE thing pushes back his Shadow Bolt, so it's kind of unfair.
Yeah.
So I gave her most of the money back. I stole like 10 gold off her or something like that. Oh, Wifey.
Nah, they got this.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Have faith. We did enough before we died, me and the healer, that these guys should be able to kite the last one or two. Be just fine.
Oh, nice.
It won't be a wipe. Just means that our Shami has to do some resin, that's all.
And some healing, apparently. I miss Trollpain. I miss him too.
Oh, that was another one. He's gonna also plan. He's also planning on coming with us.
I'm
Trollpain.
gonna see if I can even message Rex. I don't really know.
Oops.
Oh no! Rex left the server, so I can't message him.
See, that's what happened with what's his face?
I hate that it does that. Like,
I know, right? That annoys the piss out of me.
Like, just let me talk to him.
Oh my god, I missed both of the first lacerates.
Wait, how do I not share a server with him? I'm on a server with him and his brother. I got that guy his chest plate from what's it called? The thing, the epic chest from a dungeon.
Which one?
The
Luke?
ones that all the warriors wanted.
Oh, Lucas is still around, by the way, Dio. Lucas will probably rejoin us as well, knowing him.
But yeah, I ran a bunch with him and my mom. I was tanking, my mom was healing.
Nice. Oh, I forgot that your mom played. Like, we would mess around with you and your mom in the same Discord. Did she ever get was she ever bothered by that, or was she totally chill about all of it?
I don't think so. She had fun.
I'm glad. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately when I left that group, I couldn't really play with her, but now, right now I'm loving Priest with her.
Good.
In my pocket.
She gonna come play Fresh Classic with us as well? Fresh TBC?
We don't have any, but she's still on Insidious, unfortunately.
Well, so am I for the moment. Although, at some point or another, yeah, I'll probably intend to change, because that is a PvP server, and right now it is 100% ally. No sarcasm, literal stats.
You might want to come to Netherwind then.
I made a character on Earth Rager, I think, or something, but I don't know that I'm gonna stay there for sure. But me and Caleb were just messing around.
I definitely want to be on a PvP realm.
It's a PvP realm, Earth Rager, and it is right at 50-50 right now for the moment. I mean, I say for the moment because Blizzard has messed that shit up before.
Yeah. Are you gonna move your druid over there?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait prior and see if they ever do an announcement about legit fresh ones, because that is 100% where I'm going if they make it.
I really hope they do.
Me too.
Because it solved so many problems.
Oh yeah.
Like, not even the gold side. Like, TBC is so much smaller than Classic, so everyone's gonna be in that one zone.
Yep.
So instead of doing that, you can have the launch of Classic, and then like the launch of Classic wasn't too bad lag-wise, and then you have everyone trickling into the TBC areas, so not everyone is at the same place at the same time. And I'm gonna want to put together a group that like we just level entirely by doing dungeons, because I get burnt out easily doing quests.
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing, but I can get easily wore out from doing just dungeons over and over. But at the same time, it's gonna be probably the most efficient and fastest way. Plus, it'll be the best thing to do for reputations.
Yeah. If you have a good group that you can be chill with and just like talk the whole entire time, have fun.
Yeah.
That's what I want, where I get a set group together that we can just talk the entire time.
I hate you.
That's pretty much how we always did it, and I don't intend to change that. That's fuck. Oh, what up, Caleb? Caleb, did you check for access yet to the beta? Surely you got it by now, right? Lol. Oh my god, this is the literal forever stun.
I don't know. I'm not as jealous of people with the TBC beta as I was the classic beta.
I'm not 100% sure why I got the beta. But I've been in like every one of their betas since freaking forever. Since 2003 or 4 or whatever. I don't understand why.
Did you get the classic beta?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I was in on that. I was in the original classic beta too.
The classic beta looked so fun.
It was.
The dueling tourneys and
oh, we had lots of fun.
Like just the stream wise that was probably the best stream content ever. The classic beta. Man. Did you watch the dueling tournament?
I was in on it. Or at least one of them.
See? Okay. There was one where Peo was fighting this red paladin, and he's running around searching for him. And so they're watching him, and then they cut back to Peo, and he's just fishing.
Nice.
Because there's so many people there, you can't really tell who's who. And Peo's just sitting there fishing.
I could totally see that.
The clip for you.
Oh my god, I remember something about this boss charging around. That's all I remember about this boss. Fuck melee, I mean, Lucas? Oh my gosh, no. I don't even know. I wonder how they were doing. Like, I remember while we were doing raid group 2 or 3 or something, she was like moving in with her significant other, so I hope they're doing great.
Yeah. I haven't talked to her in forever. Is she coming back? Do you know?
She hasn't sent me a message, so I don't know.
I wonder if there's a way I can still message her.
Maybe. I know she was like an official Discord rep or some nonsense.
Oh yeah, Sun Bear.
That was one of her good friends.
Yeah. yeah, and there's. I was trying to mess around with the mats, and it just pissed her off a bit. That was the other thing about trying to raid lead, is I was trying to figure things out and trying to do efficiency and manage efficiency and emotions at the same time.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking to me, honey?
Where's your phone?
I have no idea. Oh shit, I just pulled something off my bar. I have no idea what that was.
Let's see if I can catch it. What bar was it?
On the right somewhere.
Oh, okay. I can go back in the stream. I saw where it was.
She's such a thing with them.
Oh, it was your shoulder piece, right beside your 2 chest plates.
Oh, okay. That's nothing important. That's just when I still had a 3-piece of Cenarian set, so I'd get the empowered thorns. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Lol. Clear casting again from a rat.
Oh, Dash as a healer was so good. You're sitting there drinking and your party goes way ahead of you and you can catch up to them and start healing.
Yeah. I don't think any other healer had a dash except for technically shamans with their wolf, but that's not really a dash
It
per
was
se.
always inside. Yeah, it was always inside, so they can never use it.
Well, some dungeons are outside. Like there's a in TBC, there's 2 outside dungeons that I know of. There's Black Morass and there's Old Hillsbrad. Those are both outside because you can use mounts up in them and all that jazz. I don't know if you can fly in them though. I don't think you can.
I wouldn't think so. Imagine being able to fly in and just go.
Everything goes evade mode, fly to the boss. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can. That run right there should have helped my reputation quite a bit for these guys. Yeah, halfway through Honored with Thralmar. Still gonna need to run it like, I don't know, umpteen more times to get revered so I can even do with a heroic form of any of these. Even if I don't do a bunch of heroics. Oh yeah? She may still be in here, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if she ever left. I also don't know for a fact if they'd be interested in rejoining the guild. Like I said, she never sent me any kind of message or anything like that.
Yeah. They probably also don't know.
I imagine they had some fun in our guild, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, especially with their singing.
Yeah, I don't imagine there's too many guilds that allow that.
Yeah.
When did she send that, honey? Do you know? Alright, I'll check on her in a little bit.
I can't message. I sharded.
So you still able to send him a message?
Not sharded, no.
Maybe his brother. I don't know. I don't remember who his brother was, but I know he had a brother in here, and I don't know if he left. Matt Sharded was like the very first person to ever send me a message, but it was only like 3 or so months after I left, maybe 2 or 3 months. He was like, "I wish you'd come back and we could do this again, la da da," and that was like the end of it.
Yeah.
It's funny. If you shift form fast, but just slow enough to get back to your caster form, it looks like you're swimming in midair.
Yeah. You can actually see the Tauren stealth animation when you do that. Because
Oh,
you
yeah, that's if you're doing.
press the cat form and then stealth immediately.
Yep. Especially with spell batching. I remember that looked so goofy.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Tauren charge when you accidentally do that thing where you run around the long way when charging something. Have you seen that?
Yes,
The
it's
charge
so
is
dumb.
funny.
It's so dumb.
I the way it happens is like it's got to be like perfect.
It's so dumb looking.
Oh, what level did he get fight form?
68.
Or 68?
Yep, 68. Which is great.
How much does it cost?
Like 6 or 8 gold, something like that. Nothing.
Really?
It's just like any other skill.
And what about the fast one?
That requires a long-ass quest, which I hear, I haven't gone and looked for it yet because I don't remember it, where it starts. But I hear it's not in the beta. But I remember it ends at Sethic Halls, and it is, like, Sethic Halls is going to be a druid's favorite thing, because the druid who's finished the quest is the only one able to summon a unique boss in there, and that boss also drops a mount.
Oh, wow.
The Reigns of the Raven Lord, I think, is what I remember it being called, and it was like a black chocobo with
yeah.
it was a black chocobo with like a pretty long tail. It looked badass. I
think
remember
have
going in that
on
dungeon so many times and not getting it for myself, but I saw the Reigns fall a bunch, but I was never able to get it for myself, which made me a little upset, but yeah, not a big deal.
Considering you're the one that worked to do it.
Everybody deserves the chance at rolling on it when it drops, but yeah, I went in there, I was the only one able to summon it, and I kept going in there trying to get it, but I just couldn't. And like I said, it ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit of a bummer, though.
I mean, it's a mount.
Yeah.
It's not like you've been running the same dungeon for your biz item and never getting there.
Oh, I can't even tell you. I ran, oh, Jesus, what was it? Strat Dead Side unlimited amount of times to try to get the stupid undead mount. It was the only one that a Tauren could ride back in the day, and I never managed to get it. I saw it drop, and that one had like the worst drop rate out of all of them. I saw it drop a few times, but I could never get the somber. Oh, it sucked.
I remember every time I ran that, I'm like, Tauren Prio.
Right? Would have been great. I don't think I ever saw it in Classic either, which is a little sad. Because I ran that place a bunch of times trying just to see it fall. But I don't think in Classic I ever actually even saw it fall. Oh, I got a BOE blue while we were in that dungeon. Cool.
Nice. There's one guild. I had there's a Tauren that got the Raptor out of ZG.
Yeah.
And he was so big. It was crazy how big he was. He was like a good 2 feet from me on the wolf. And he just went super big.
It's even better if you get like the enlarge potion or whatever and do it too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Get the
world's shrinker or whatever.
Yeah, world shrinker. And all the pots. And imagine how big that would be. Jesus.
Pretty crazy. It'd be raid boss size.
Yeah. Yeah, on that private server, the TBC PvP one, I got that mount and I'm just so big. Unfortunately, there's no private servers that are scripted well. Like, there's always a problem with it in terms of PvP and that. What are you running now?
Same dungeon, I think, is what they wanted to do again.
Okay.
I gotta pee though, so let me let them know. May as well grab a drink of water while I'm doing it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab something too. I'll be back.
Form ranks and make the intruders pay! Form up! Let's make quick work of them! Form up! Let's make quick work of them! Form up! Let's make quick work of them!
Cooking's done. Stew here.
Line up and crush these fools!
I'm back.
I just got back as well.
Oh wow, good timing.
Yep.
Wasn't someone joining us?
What?
Wasn't someone joining us?
Jeremy was.
I brought a drink up. Where'd it go?
You were gonna join us in Discord at one point, I thought. Jeremy is what we were talking about.
You was a bad boy, Jeremy.
Don't threaten him with a good time. Ooh. Fear. Sad days. I pretend to know how to tank. That's all this is. You excited to be the one up in here doing this nonsense? Me too.
We'll see. Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, yeah, totally. Don't daze me, bro.
It'll be fun having an actual guild that kind of know. Again, for a while I've just been playing solo queue in retail.
Yeah. I imagine it'll be fun to have a guild that kind of knows what they're doing and can chill and chat through dungeons and raids or whatever. Ooh, he about to bite the dust.
Yes, very much.
That's kind of a big
Just
thing.
playing alone in solo queue, not talking to anyone at all. Gets kind of lonely.
Yeah. 100% legit. I definitely see that.
I'm like 1800 though.
Say again?
I'm like 1800 in retail though.
On Arena?
Which is like top, yeah, which is like top 30 or something like that.
Nice.
I played like 3,000 games or something, but
I don't remember what my top end ever was, but I do remember we hit like 2,200 back in TBC. That was also the only time I ever arena'd, so.
yeah, I haven't hit 1800, but I've been like 1750, 1780 or something like that.
That reminds me, someone sent me a link once of this other streamer that was apparently a really good frost mage or something. Must have been during Legion or after that, because he kept yelling shatter, big damage, some odd jazz like that, and he like agreed to get one of his followers that he was with to 1800, and he kept bouncing back and forth from 1799 and failing, and he got so pissed. Like he raged. Oh my god, the scatter shot.
I was playing with Zutara a bit, and he was actually talking about that, how I never get angry. It's always been for Arena night. Either I play and lose, or I don't play at all. That's why I don't get angry at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like what I was saying. You know, you don't play it for drama.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
have
if there's
fun no
something
matter
that
what.
shouldn't happen a certain way, and you lose because of it, then you can get a little angry about it. But I mean,
Yeah.
whenever I'm talking with someone and that kind of thing happens, I kind of fun complain about it, like make fun of
Yeah,
it and
troll
complain
or goof
about it.
around about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, make cheese off or whatever, like pretend you're getting all pissy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing about Arena is you can't get mad at it.
A lot of people do though. Like they get overly passionate about it.
There's a few times that this Boomkin Convoke was so overpowered because it would kill 2 people in the first second of it.
Oh Jesus. Well, I remember
Yeah.
Boomkin. Even in TBC, the only thing to overpower a Boomkin's burst was the Palm Pyro Mage. But the problem with Boomkin burst is, like 10 seconds into the fight, they're done.
Yeah.
They were nicknamed Oomkin affectionately, with good reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And people get mad at that, and it's just like, it's just part of the game. We need to
You
interpret
better-
it faster. Which, I mean, you look away for 1 second, and he pops out his stealth and invokes, and you're dead. it was really bad. They did nerf it, but the Feral Convoke was pretty balanced, where you basically had to get your target to not have trinket and not have interrupt, and you had to have your the other person CC'd and not have a trinket. So at a certain point, you can one-shot someone, but there's a lot of work that comes into it. So I always thought that the Feral Convoke was pretty balanced compared to the Lumi one. Do you know about Shadowy Duel, the ability?
No. Is it a TBC thing,
Rogue
or is it?
No, it's
Okay.
retail. Rogues have this ability that they click it, both you or person casting it and the target goes to do a Shadowy Duel. No one else can see you or that other person.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So, yeah. And what happened in it is I popped Heart of the Wild, stunned him, and convoked him and one-shot him, and I'm like, you duel too! Oh, it was amazing.
That
'Cause
sounds like a
he,
pretty empowering experience.
You shadowy duel a healer to try and get re-stealth, because what's a healer gonna do if you're low, trying to get away, right?
Mm-hmm.
until he comes over and convokes you. Oh, I had a lot of fun with Medica, which is the covenant that gives you that ability. The first time I got it, that ability, there was a mage right beside the turn-in for that ability, and first try, I one-shot him. Actually, no, I didn't one-shot him. He went to like 1% and he ice blocked. It was amazing. I had so much fun in that zone because you can use it in that zone until you completed the entire thing, which you can use at 60 then.
Mm-hmm.
That entire zone, I was just world PvPing the entire time. Oh, it was so good.
Beat him mercilessly. His skull is as thick as an ogre.
I feel so old. I got so many stories.
Dude, you're barking up the wrong tree when it comes to how old the story is. I don't even want to hear that nonsense.
I'm 17, turning 18. Jesus, I'm getting old.
Okay. Let me know when you don't put your back out, old man.
Actually, I hurt my back in wrestling. So.
Oh my gosh. Sorry to hear it.
Say that one. It's not that bad. It's just
The best years of your life are behind you. Sorry, fam.
Yeah. I gotta have my chair back a bit so it doesn't hurt. Otherwise, it's fine. Oh, once I get into my like 50s and that, it's gonna come back to bite me.
No shit. Karma's a bitch.
I'm guessing that's where it comes from because one, it's not. No one else seems to have a problem like I do, and there's really nothing else that could have hurt it in. It wasn't like a specific time that I heard it. It's just I think that's where it came from.
On my mark. Ready. Aim. Fire.
I should just stay in wrestling. Getting unfit because of it. Just playing WoW all day.
If I'm quiet for the moment, try to forgive me, fellas. I'm focusing. Trying to make this run smoother than the last one, since last time I was shaking the dust off. Now I got no excuse. Whew. That was a good fight.
Done after this dungeon?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I could probably take a break after this dungeon, then you and I go check out that video. The one you sent me.
Yeah.
I may bring it back after, but I don't know.
Okay.
Wifey's taking a shower right now. I think she's planning on going to bed here shortly after that, so it'd be a good time to head to bed maybe after that. Or along with her, I mean.
How is your TBC experience so far?
Pretty darn good. I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the story that I told you, but the whole reason I went druid in classic is to show that druids could be badass in original classic. Like, the whole thing was, druids were considered the worst class of classic World of Warcraft. And I was like, you know what? I think I can prove them to be better than that. And I did. But then, you know, after Tier 1, it is an unfortunate, undeniable truth that they are basically healers or nothing. You know, healer or bust. And I wasn't all about that, but I did what I set out to do. I showed that druids could be badass. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody who ended up, what's up, Finder? Everybody who went up against me is like, oh, it's just a druid. This should be easy. I think you had the same reaction some of the time, like, oh, this is just a druid. This will be easy, and then you just curb stomp somebody, and they're like, huh? Who caught anybody catch the license plate number of that bus? Like, cause they just didn't expect that shit. Like, excuse me, you're a druid, fam. What was that?
Yeah. Yeah, in Battlegrounds, I'd always screw around with... I just play with my food with warriors so much. I would wait for them to charge, and I would barrel charge them at the same time. So we just switch places, and they're rooted.
Yeah.
And then,
And then you pop out
I
and
would
do
just
some
cast roots on them
precasts.
and leave.
Yeah. That's trolly. That's not even.
I know.
Hey, what
And
up,
then I'd
Fainter?
come
How you
back later and
doing?
just, got him up and leave again, and he would just die.
That's so
I
trolly.
had so much fun. I had so much fun with warriors. It was crazy.
Yo, Fate, are you gonna come back and play TBC with us, brother? There's one right answer for this. Because I know we talked a little while back. Oh, Lord, I'm getting my butt chomped by this mortal strike. Ah! Ow. That might be a wipe.
Ooh, yeah. That's not looking good.
Yeah, I think that one's a wipe. Our first wipe in 2 runs. Alright, now we gotta run back, but I don't really remember the path to get there since I always fly there.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I haven't done this dungeon, so I can't really help with that.
Just got busy with school. I had to stop playing WoW. Oh, don't give me that bullshit excuse. So what I'm hearing is, yeah, I'll come play with you, but it'll probably be like toward the end where I log in only every blue moon. And that's cool too.
Speaking of schooling, I'm doing an electrical class right now.
Oh yeah? Like a vocational
Yeah.
class?
Yeah.
Cool. I took
And,
Industrial Electricity 101. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really good at the practical side, like wiring stuff. I'm like 2 projects ahead of everyone.
Nice.
But all the textbook stuff is I'm the complete opposite. I'm behind on everything. But I'm looking to move out to my cabin eventually, because that my grandparents' cabin they're going to give to me. So I'm going to move out there, and out in Ontario there's apparently a lot of work for electricians.
No doubt.
And there's a big garage there, so I can do blacksmith and stuff. And yeah, I love my cabin, so yeah.
Wicked.
Be nice. Hopefully I can move out my gaming setup over there.
Hopefully the internet's not too bad if you're talking about being out in a cabin. But nowadays the internet's pretty decent just about everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty decent out there. The only problem would be the electricity cost. But I mean, it's a bit worse out there. Like it's a bit more expensive, but I'm sure I can get enough. And there's basically only wood stove for the heating, so I can't really leave for all that long. In the winter, I have to.
Where is it? Because like if you got a winter like where I'm at, the winters aren't too bad. We can get by without ever turning the heat on here. But
oh no, it's I live in Canada.
Oh yeah, no, you're boned. It gets fucking cold.
Yeah, I can't leave it. It can't get frozen, thawed a whole bunch. So, and anytime I leave, I have to put on an electric heater for the winter. But it shouldn't be too bad. As long as I get enough money from electrician and being an electrician, and I should be able to sustain myself.
That'll be good. Being your own boss helps too. Now you gotta have the actual what is it called, contractor's licensing and all that.
Yeah. What I want to do is be an electrician until I can do blacksmithing full time, and that's when I'm gonna work for myself.
Blacksmithing is like an old school profession, man. I don't know that there's tons of need for it, but I imagine
there's a lot of.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was just saying, like,
a lot of custom work.
Yeah, it's custom market, and like there's demand for it, but it's, I mean, it's pretty it's not like a commonplace profession anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not trying to downplay it, and if anything, now they get more money because it's a more specialized kind of thing, right?
I want to kind of partner up with woodworkers, do custom table legs and that. I can do like these really nice coat hangers and that are super easy. It's like maybe a minute.
It would take a pretty ritzy person to be buying up coat hangers, though. I'll let you know that right now. Like, you got a real specific niche kind of demographic to be selling coat hangers to.
Well, just an example.
No, I get you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to downplay it, and there are people who would do it, but
yeah.
there's
actually already made $200 off it.
Yeah, see, exactly. But it's not your John Q. Walmart shopper, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the one problem with like trying to sell knives and that. People can get knives for like under $10, and it's like
it's the authentic.
It looks nice.
Yeah, about to say it's the authentic that people are willing to pay for. Not just nice, but authentic nice. That's worth something. And if you've got if you've honed your craft, then it's literally worth something. Like,
but who wants to pay for that? Like your average person.
There are not the average. Like I said, not the John Q. Walmart shopper, but there are people who'll do it.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing an actual job until I can do that full time, because blacksmithing seems really fun. I've done a bit of it. Unfortunately, my motivation is not there quite yet.
I get it, especially if you're gonna be playing around with video games too, and I know your mama probably is gonna get on you on occasion for that nonsense too.
Yeah.
Fator, that's perfectly fine, man. If you're not here all the time, like you remember what our motto was, man. Real life comes first. You're welcome to play the game when you got time and have fun when you. I mean, real life comes first, man. Have fun and play when you can, and when you can't, whatever. No one ever got kicked out of the guild for that, as far as I recall. We got real close, I remember, but like I don't remember kicking anybody out for just straight up not being here, unless they just quit and were gone forever. In which case, someone might be able to shut me up and say, yeah, we did do that once or twice. Right now, we're so split up because Incendious, that's what we used to play on. I'm still technically there, but Incendious broke all apart. It's literally 100% Alliance players right now. But I'm hoping for fresh servers. So, I mean, that might not be something you're super glad to hear about, talking about starting over again, but it's literally what I would be hoping for, because the bots also did hell to the economy on all the current classic servers.
Yeah, it would be fun to go through the classic again.
I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people are all like, well, bots are going to be everywhere, and they're not wrong. There's going to be bots even on a brand new fresh server. But here's a few important notes about the fresh server, is that it's not just that bots will be there. If boosts will empower bots, greatly empower bots. But beyond the boost empowering them, the fact that your community on this server will be built of people who are willing to give up all their time investment into Classic to play on a fresh server, that speaks volumes. So it'd be less conducive to bots being there. It'd be the community itself would not foster as well to like dungeon boosting mages and gold selling bots, etc. So the community itself would be against it. And if people didn't buy gold, then the bots themselves would be worthless. Now, will no one buy gold there? No, man, I'm a cynic. That sure would be a freaking wonderful thing, but no, I'm a cynic, so I believe there will be people that one, just are looking to start fresh and start over with the rest of the crew, but still get that competitive edge. But another thing you gotta keep in mind is anybody who bought gold on the, yeah, they did make leveling faster, Fader. Like 40% increase in XP, starting from, with all the old content. Like, I think it started at level 20 and went all the way to 60. So 1 to 20 would be the same, and then plus 40% XP. So literally, you'd get 21 faster than you go from 19 to 20. If they keep to how they originally did it, and someone said that they were, but that's hearsay, so take it with a huge grain of freaking salt. What else? So yeah, a community that's less willing to foster. You got people who are already have spent hundreds, if not thousands, on their current servers, so they're already vested. They're not likely to move over, and the people who do move over will show that they're willing to literally give up their huge time investment into their geared up tunes or whatever else in order to start fresh with an alleviated economy. And the final point, in order to all this, kind of sort the bots, Blizzard does take action against bots, allegedly. But the bots that they do ban, allegedly, are the ones that have the most reports, allegedly. So naturally, no one is out there even reporting the bots that are currently existing because they're going through and botting themselves up, and there's like no one out there in the old world. If you do a fresh server, there's going to be feet on the ground all the time without the boosts as it grows, and you're going to have a community that's less likely to just tolerate that. You're going to have people that are more willing to kill the bots, and for that matter, report the bots. So by the time they get high enough level to slink off and hide in Blackrock depths or whatever, then they'll, hang on, let me save this guy. Then they'll most likely have an ocean of reports, so hopefully / allegedly Blizzard will do some shit about it. Anyway, those are kind of my thoughts on the whole. Woo! Wow, I wasn't paying enough attention there. I don't know whose fault that is, but we're definitely wiping on that one.
Yeah. Oh, is that another way?
Yeah.
3 people down halfway through the boss.
Oh yeah. No, we got a little bit cucked with the spawns though, because that one can spawn like regular fel orcs or the fel orc elite assassins.
Oh. That's fun.
And we got like 3 elite assassins right off the bat, so they were wrecking some people.
Ouch.
Blizz did
Yeah,
a
do you
few.
remember when,
Fader, Blizz did a few bot ban waves, and you could argue that they did it in waves because they wanted to make sure they had their quarterly projections and revenue from the subscriptions. I'm not saying that per se that's how it went down, but a lot of speculation is that's part of it. And let's be honest, Blizzard is Activision's Blizzard now, so they are,
The reason they gave for doing that was so that the bots don't know what caused it. They don't know what caused the
well, it came right after one of their quarterly reports, hashtag the same. But, so there's all kinds of speculation.
Do you remember that time? Do you remember that time in TBC or in ZG where people were just fly hacking and just openly doing it? Weren't even trying to hide it?
Yeah. I did see quite a few videos on that too. Of people reporting them.
Bad.
But see, the only ones Blizzard would... in the end, no players can, do anything per se about bots. All we can do is report. It's up to Blizzard to actually police it and legitimately handle the problem. Now, the only quote-unquote handling the problem that they've implemented is, hey, when you guys see it, report it. When we get enough reports, we'll do something. Maybe.
Yeah.
So...
And I watched a video from Ebenflow, and he was like talking about it, and he's like, people will literally sit there for free and ban bots. You don't even need to pay them to ban bots. Like,
Yeah, but you got to be real
People are
careful
that
then,
passionate
because
about the game.
then Blizzard would have to hire somebody to be quality control and make sure they're banning bots and not, Joe Jackass in chat that just happened to piss them off
Yeah.
that day. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I get Blizzard's
Easily.
I get Blizzard's hesitancy, I guess you could say, but they definitely need to implement more. Now, one person even made a suggestion which would make me feel ever so slightly more comfortable about the boost, and that is taking some of the revenue from the boost and allocating it toward a group of people like, active GMs that police bots. Is Blizzard
Yeah.
going to do that? No, let's be realistic. That's a
Nope.
pipe dream. In over 15 years, they still haven't handled the problems with botting in their game. It's, a pipe dream to hope or expect or, that they're going to do anything now about it. But that is a possible solution. Now, I know that, what's his name, Bob something or other, just got himself, a $200 or $400 million bonus this year after firing 200 employees. So, realistically, that's where the boost money's going to be going. Man needs his bonus for next year, am I right? Can't get that fifth yacht this year if he isn't careful about his bonus money. But, I mean, I don't even know where I was going with that. So, the expectation that Blizzard's going to do something big about bots is a literal pipe dream. So I wouldn't anticipate that. But the community itself, I believe, would be able to foster a better answer than Blizzard has been putting forth toward it so far. And that community just saying, hey, we're not the people who like to buy gold. We literally gave up the buying gold to come here.
Yeah.
But this is why we're coming here, because we want that fresh economy. We don't want to be plagued by bots. And of course there would be some of the some guy I remember in the forum said, "Oh, it's all just gamer dads, who quit after phase 1 and don't want to be left behind or whatever." Realistically, quote unquote gamer dads probably have a much higher disposable income, So realistically, it's probably not so much the gamer dads, but I understand why they're saying that, and there probably would be some quote unquote gamer dads that are jumping in and looking forward to not playing with the bots or whatever, or starting fresh, quote unquote, after quitting phase, 2 or whatever.
Phase 2 is fun and terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did it. Unfortunately, not everyone was glad.
I can't see why anyone wouldn't be glad for it.
It's just the people that went overboard with it.
Yeah.
And not being able to go anywhere without getting stomped on by other people. I mean, there's random people in Zeppelin, that's just not even funny. I never really died with them. Remember us going around on the Theramore boats and that?
Yes! I definitely remember that shit happening.
I miss that. That was so fun. And the fact that we just had so many people in call just messing around.
Oh man, no matter what we were doing, I always remember us having a lot of fun.
Yeah. And that's how you make WoW fun, is just being in call and being with people that you
Being
know.
able to bullshit with your friends that you're playing the social experiment with. That's the thing. I agree 100%. That's where you were going with that, I think.
Yeah. Just talking to people is the entirety of the fun of Classic WoW, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's literally the social experiment. And now, here's the other thing about these fresh servers that I feel like would be a good thing. They're also not conducive to push the envelope, you could say. Or they're not advocating or enticing Blizzard, shall we say. Not that you need to entice Blizzard. To push the envelope, because the whole reason Classic was such a giant like there was such a giant pull for Classic is one, the social aspect. It's back when it became an MMORPG again instead of just a single player game with MMORPG elements. You know, a massive multiplayer online game, WoW still is. An MMORPG, WoW is no longer. But, I mean, it is massive multiplayer online, but the social element is virtually gone from retail. So the social element is part of the giant surge in popularity. Another part of that giant surge in popularity is the fact that the micromanaging monetization is not so giant. So what is their solution to TBC after doing the quotes that, you know, we're not gonna monetize and there will be no boosts in Classic, la da 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 da. Now, they've kind of done a 180 there and said, well, TBC's not Classic, so this boost is for your Joe Schmo one friend out there who wanted to jump in, skip Classic or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I'm pro boost. I'm okay with the boost. I'm glad it's there because it will, in fact, bring players back to the game. And that is a win for Classic, the project as a whole. Classic Wrath, Classic TBC, Classic. Bringing players, that's the lifeblood of any MMO. That is a good thing. I just feel like they need to offer fresh servers with no boost and no cash shop, so that way, you know, everybody's got that option. Now, they can keep the progressive servers the way they are, and then just put even, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you think you do, but you don't. Hey, there's a quote that we've heard before, right? How well did that go over last time? Have you got a phone? Do you guys even have cell phones? These quotes, they went over so great. So they're like, you think you do, but you don't with these fresh servers. Well, I'm just saying, put one in each region and see how they do. They're going to blow up. They're going to be wildly successful and popular. So, I forgot where I was going. I had a thought. I really did. But I'm glad for the boost. I'm happy it's there. It will bring new people. But I really feel like fresh servers... hang on, my pleasure. Oh, I missed the chance to say it. Let me whisper to him. I feel like it'll just be wildly successful. A slew of fresh servers. And that's... I'm definitely in and on board for it. Now, do I relish the idea of giving up all the money and my couple geared tunes that I had and professions and... You know, even all the transmute stuff I had in bank alts and whatnot, and I don't have near as much as some people. I've got almost enough or right about enough to buy one epic mount. I've literally seen screenshots of people with over 200,000 gold on a single tune, and just a list of level 60 bank alts and whatnot, and some of them would be willing to even start over, but, I mean, I totally understand it. So, do I relish the idea of giving up all the time investment I put in? Not in particular, but I'm very sure that I'll still have some good times and some fun redoing some of the, you know, dredging through, shall we say, the original Classic content, the price for admission into TBC, you know? I am totally cool with that. And there's a lot of passion on both sides, I guess you could say. I am very passionate about having some fresh servers. I really do feel like there are going to be fresh servers. I feel like TBC is going to have a lot of popularity coming back. It's going to bring back a lot of accounts. It's going to have a lot of new subscribers. I am concerned that, one, they're not going to release the fresh servers immediately, saying that they need to gauge the popularity first. And two, I'm afraid that even the fresh servers will have boosts and whatnot. And one of my big arguments is, even though I am for the boost, that empowers bots so much. The bot can literally boost to level 58, immediately slink into BRD, where by themselves they are solo and it is much more difficult to report. And who are you, what right do you have, for that matter, to report some guildless rogue in BRD when it might actually be someone legitimately trying to gold farm or just do something in there, or in a group for that matter? What right do you have? That's entirely speculation to make that report at that point, but as soon as they hit the boost button and swipe their little credit card, then they can slink off into BRD and make over 150, 200 plus gold an hour. That's serious ramifications to the economy, which is already crippled within Classic. It's going to be so much worse with TBC. And people are all like, oh, no, bots aren't going to pay the $30 or the $25 or the $60 for the boost, la-da-da-da-da. I'll have you know, I went ahead and ran the numbers. I was about to say, I'll have you know, I already ran the numbers, and the overhead well more than justifies it. 168 hours in a week. Let's just think about this for just a second. 160. We're gonna be math professors here, with my quick math in my head. Let's say 200 gold an hour is about what a leveled bot can make in BRD. I had a buddy of mine who did it for a few hours and tested. This has been a long time ago, back when I still played. He said he could make about 187 gold an hour, so we'll round up, say 200 gold an hour. So 200 gold an hour, there's 168 hours in a week. It takes about, we'll stick with 200, about 200 hours of game time to reach a level high enough for bots to really be farming in BRD. So, the bot that buys the boost, from the click of the button and the swipe of the card, that's 168 hours in the first week in BRD at 200 gold an hour. That's 33,600. Someone check my math on that. I ain't got a calculator. 33,600 gold, I think. Now, I haven't gone to the gold sites to really check and everything else, but I've heard that it ranges anywhere from like $10 to $35, and I'm pretty sure the $10 is not an accurate guess. So, I would wager, let's just stick with the 20 since we're doing 20. That's $20 for every 1,000 gold. That's 33,600. What is that, like $1,300 right there in a week, roughly? I think that more than freaking handles your $60 or hell $100 boost. Who fucking cares? They can get banned after a week and they are a profit. Who's in the money? Overhead is not a problem. At that point, their loss is whatever the boost cost plus the $15 subscription fee. And by the way, in case you guys didn't know, I don't know if Blizzard's still doing it, but at one point at least in South American or Latina locations, they were offering subscription fees that were roughly about 10%, so $2 to $3 a month to subscribe to World of Warcraft. And a lot of these bots from India and China and other places were using VPNs to log in through a South American internet. Sure, it increased the latency by a little bit using these VPNs, but paying $2, $3 overhead, hell yeah. And the final fact that is going to blow a few minds, most of these bots don't pay anything at all. At all, not a single dollar for their subscription. You know how? You jump in retail, pay your first month, you bot in retail until you got enough to buy these tokens, exchange your tokens for Battle.net cash, use the Battle.net cash to not only pay for your subscription, but also buy the boosts. Because Battle.net cash can be used for in-game cash shop expenses. Thank you very much. Drop mic, boom. Done. Free botting for Classic. They can make all the money they want. Oh, and by the way, the other bot, let's just go ahead and say he makes a gold an hour, just to be generous, on his way leveling up to, say, 58. That's 168 hours. We said it'd be 200 to get to, like, level 58 or whatever. 168 hours in the first week. So in the first week, he makes 168 gold. In the second week, that's 32 more hours, so another 32 gold. And the rest of the week, that'd be 136 hours left, so roughly 27,000 gold on top of that. 27,200, I want to say. I could be wrong on that. Again, someone check my math on me. That 27,200 gold plus the 200 gold for leveling up there. So we'll say 27,400 gold. It might be 27,600. I might be getting the math wrong, carrying a 1 wrong somewhere. Anyway, in the neighborhood of 27,000 gold. Do that same exchange. Now you've done 2 weeks and got less than they got for frickin' 1 week of, the boost exchange. Now, sure, that's still in the neighborhood of, say, $20 per thousand, somewhere around 568, $590, somewhere in there, for 2 weeks.
The one problem with your math that I can see is that 200 gold an hour rate was for Classic when you're getting materials that can sell in the auction house. People aren't going to be buying a lot of things from BRD, so
you want to bet?
Vendor stuff.
You want to bet, fam? Take 1 minute. Let me explain this one. Enchanting. That's how in original TBC. That's how I made my thousands and thousands of gold in original TBC. As a druid, I could go back and I could solo Shatrath. I could solo BRT. I could solo Sholo. I could solo everything but Ubers. I could solo Lubers. I soloed all of that shit. I was an enchanter. I would disenchant for those eternal essences, sell those for 35, 55 gold a pop on the auction house, because when people are in TBC, they're not going to be wanting to do all that old-ass dungeon shit, which was not worth near as much experience or the effort and time and how long it took to get those old-ass enchanting stuff. Nope, they're going to go straight to the market and be like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to just buy up all this shit to level up my enchanting, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go.
Okay, fair enough.
That BRD is going to be worth more than 200 gold an hour when they start stealing up all them greens out of there for disenchanting. No one's going to want to go back and get eternal essences and shit like that when the TBC nether, I think it's nether essences, I'm not sure, I don't remember what they're called out here, because I'm not an enchanter anymore in this character, but no one's going to want to go back in time to the old-ass dungeons, put all that extra effort in for all that lower amount of experience to get the stuff just to level up a profession to get up to 300 so they can come out here and level it after 300.
Okay, fair enough. You think about this more than I have.
Oh, I put a ton of thought into this, and it's ridiculous. Redonkulous, fam.
Maybe you should be a modder, Jesus.
You know, the saddest thing is, the second time I came back and I switched to Horde and went to Druid, part of what I was planning on doing at one point, because I was really hard up for money and had no job at the time and, you know, had all kinds of time, is I was like, I went on, you know, I had a friend who actually did use bot services in a game called Ultima Online. And they're like, you ought to pick a market and, you know, do, you know, botting and or gold selling, you know? And then, so I was like, well, World of Warcraft, I played that, TBC's coming out, so I was like, you know what, I'll just make gold and sell it. Well, unfortunately, I fell in love with the game, so I never ended up selling a single frickin' gold. In fact, I ended up making so much gold that I bought several people their epic mounts, and that's back when 5,000 was a shit ton of gold.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with the game, never made a fucking penny on it, because I ended up just making a guild, falling in love with the game and the experience all over again, just like I did in Classic. So I never sold a single bit of gold. It was the dumbest thing. But that was my original reason for dumping so much time in it and for doing all the farming, is, yeah, I'll just sell all this shit on the auction house, make a whole lot of gold, and then make some money, because back then it was way more. Yeah, I know the stream's lagging right now, I'm sorry.
I'm not really watching, it's just, I'm not, you know.
Yeah, I need to go ahead and cut off the stream anyway. But see, that's what I was talking about with Atlantic Broadband. It's, you know, it's either hit or miss, and right now it's going through a miss. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream off, guys. I've said my piece. I've been passionate. If you guys enjoyed the content, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, or don't. That's up to you guys. Nobody owns you. We'll be here whether you like it or not, and playing the game and streaming it from time to time. But till the next one, guys. You rock, and I'm out.
See you guys.